Okay. Oh, I forgot my water. Ladies are waiting on me. Okay, let's go. Start it. Big deep breath. And then exhale all the way down. Let your head go. So you're just looking through your knees to the back of the room. Try to completely unweight your upper body with your legs straight if you can. Now we're going to inhale, extend the spine, and come all the way back up. Sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Try to get nice and tall and long with the arms. And then take it all the way back down again. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Inhale, extend the spine. Come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. We're going to do this one more time. Take it down. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. Nice. Take the arms by your side. Let's put them on our waist. Pick up your left foot. We're going to circle the ankle. Change your direction. And let's point and flex. You know the routine. Okay, switch legs. Go the other way. Point and flex. Nice. Now, that foot goes down. Pick up your left foot. So we stretch out the front part of our leg. Sweep your right arm straight up to the ceiling. And then give me a little hip hinge forward. Doesn't have to be big. It just challenges the balance. Then let's do the same on the opposite side. Pick up the foot. Sweep the arm up. Lean forward. Keep that foot nice and close to your butt cheek. And do it again on the other side. Pick it up. Arm goes up. Lean forward. And switch. This is your last one. Whoops. Nice. Now let the arm go, let the foot go. Take a nice big deep breath. Pull your feet together and sweep the arms up. Now try to steady the balance between both feet and swan dive it down. Relax the head. You're looking through your knees. The legs are straight. We're going to shift our hips back and walk our fingers forward. Lift your toes up off the floor. And then put them back down. Lift back up. And lower, and one more time. Lift. And lower. Walk your hands forward all the way to the front. Now, once you're in your high plank with your feet together, take it to a down dog. Try to push both heels down. Come back to plank. Do it again. Press back. Push down. Back to plank. And one more time. So I don't have any weights out today. We're going to use the small band and the larger band. But you can use weights for some of these exercises if you like. Come back to plank, and I'm going to slide on my discs today. So if you don't have discs, get a towel or something you can slide on, or a sock. Now put your knees down on the mat, keep the knees together, and keep your feet together. Shift your hips back over the heels, and take your hands to the corners of the mat as you slowly lower your chest towards the floor. Now from here, come onto the tops of your feet, shift your hips all the way back, And let the arms relax. You're in child's pose. Okay, come back up. You're going to take it to the forearms and slide your legs backwards. So you're in a baby cobra. On your forearms, drawing in the belly. Hips are down on the floor. And you're still on the tops of your feet. Just hold here for a few breaths. Okay, let's lower the chest down to the floor and take your hands right beside the chest. Keep your face looking down at the floor so your neck is long. You're just going to lift your chest up using the muscles that run along your spine. Just hold on this for a little bit as you breathe. Now, make sure you're drawing the belly up. Now lower back down, let it release, and then re-engage. Lower back down, lift back up. So today's workout you could easily take on the road. Lower down, lift up. All these little bands and discs fit nicely in your carry-on bag, right? Okay, now with your hands on your chest, you're gonna lift yourself up. You're still on the tops of your feet. We're just gonna hold on this spot for a sec. Now, if you want to amp this up, lift up, off the knees, pushing away from the floor, crowding out your chest, and you're still drawing the belly in. Okay, knees down, toes are going to tuck under. We're going to lift our hips up and slowly bring them back over the heels. Chest towards the floor, pick up that face so you're not letting the head fall down. You're actually working those neck muscles in this position. Stay here for a few more breaths as you really try to sink your chest. Okay, take that left palm, face it up towards the ceiling, lift it off the floor with the straight arm. And then do the same on the other side. Open, lift, and reach, and go side to side. So when you're lifting the arm, it's only a few inches. It doesn't have to go high. You're really trying to just make sure you're opening the shoulders. So give that hand a really good rotation of the palm up towards the ceiling. Okay, come up onto all fours. We're going to transition into some cat-cows. You go at your pace. Just make sure you draw in the belly. Okay, neutral spine, lift up your knees. 1 inch off the floor. Now from here, go to a down dog. Heels are down, lift and lower onto the toes. Up and down. So the weight's shifting slightly forward into the arms, like you are about to do a headstand, or sorry, a handstand. Keep lifting and lowering. Get as high up with these heels as is possible. Okay, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold back down. Cross the arms. Come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Take the elbows to the height of the shoulder. Push them backwards. Just going to do a little bit more work for these shoulders. Let the hands come down and then back up. And keep going. Make sure as you move the forearms, the elbows are not lowering or changing. Couple more. Try to improve your range of motion if you can without compromising form. Okay, elbows down to the side of the body and right back up and down and lift and keep going. Just a few more. Okay, right arm comes all the way up. You're going to get it straight and then take it over. And then let the hip go to the right. Keep the arm nice and long. And then do the same on the other side. Sweep it up. Get it straight. Take it over and let the hip go. Nice. Okay, there's your warm-up. Say goodbye. We're going to start with bicep curls. So I'm going to use a band, but if you want, you can use weights. But this is just illustrating a workout that can still be challenging while you're traveling. So here we go. Step on that band, curl up and down. So you're just, if you're using weights, you're just doing a regular bicep curl. Keep your posture. It's all about crowding out the chest, getting as tall as you can, and lifting up and out of your hips. So no slouching. So I'm trying not to go down too fast, really controlling the movement. And if the band is too easy, you need to pull your feet further apart. Or if it's too hard, closer together. Okay, we have about 6 more, nice and slow and in control. Try to find your breath when you exercise, right? So inhale when you start the movement, and then exhale when you end it. Okay, here's the last one. Nice. Now, put that band away or your weights down. We're going to pick up, I'm using the small red one. So we don't want it to be too hard. This is still really to warm up the arms a little bit. So you're going to create some tightness to the band. Bring the arms down and then pick them back up. So while you lift and lower the arms, I want you to keep the band pretty tight. Reach all the way up with the arms as long and straight as you can get them. And you want to just position your head wherever you don't feel any tension in your neck, especially when the arms are at the top. So play around with the angle of that chin, whether you lift up a little bit, straight out. We're all different. Just be mindful of your neck. Okay, we're just going to do a few more. You should be feeling the outsides of these arms a little bit. Okay, so you're going to keep this band. We're going to step the left foot forward. So now you're in a split lunge. Get up high on that back foot, as high as you can. I want you to put most of your weight into your front leg. Arms out, tighten up the band, lean forward. Now, from here, you're going to lower the arms and lift. And we're just lifting them to the height of the shoulder. And if you need to take a break, do it when the arms are down, release the tightness, re-engage, and start again. Now this front leg, I'd like it almost locked out, but not. Couple more. Okay, now this time, take the arms a little bit higher, just hold. Try to open the band a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Press, so I want you to bend into this knee and then push backwards to come back to a standing position. Switch legs. So almost walked out straight, really high on the back foot. Start your arms again. Lifting and lowering. With the band nice and tight and a big forward lean. So good for you. Working these arms. Keep opening that band. So I've got most of my weight going into that right leg. If you're not feeling that butt cheek, I want you to lean a little more forward, the right one. Now hold here, take it down, let it go. Re-engage, lift it, and then take it up a little higher. Nice. Okay, get rid of that band. Now, I'm switching to the black one, which is the hardest one, because we're going to work our inner and outer thighs. And then we're going to do some clamshell. So we're going to switch it up. We're going to start with the band just above the ankles and your legs all the way up to the ceiling. So you're lying down, nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Open up the feet. You're holding for 3 counts, and then you're going to close the band on 3 counts. So it's very slow and deliberate. Open up as wide as you can. Once you're there, count to 3. Come back together on 3. Open back out. So a couple of things to be mindful of. Keep your ribs and tummy low or down. And change up the angle of where the feet are positioned. Maybe try moving them forward a little bit. And slowly back together. So keep this going. Slow coming in and nice and wide going out. And again, you can play around with the angle of the feet or the legs. Harder for your core if the feet are slightly forward. You're still getting the benefit of those outer thighs. That's where we should be feeling this. Now, if you start to fatigue, you might have to fight a little harder to get these legs nice and open. Range of motion matters. Okay, on this last one, I'm just going to hold this. Get them a little wider. Move them a little more forward. 3, 2, and bring those knees into the chest. Take the band above the knees. Now you're going to just circle the knees together to massage that low back a little bit. Go the opposite way. Now rock and roll up. You're going to turn onto your right side with the legs bent. So I'm on my forearm, my right forearm. I'm facing the right side of my room. I've got a nice bend in the legs and my feet are stacked. I'm going to open that top knee. Again, now I'm feeling this on the outer hip of the left leg. And I'm going to close slowly. Open. Now, if you would rather lie all the way down with your back, you can. I don't want you to move this left hip backwards when you're lifting the knee. So ideally, think about keeping the left hip forward while you lift the knee. This is known as a clamshell. So up and down. Now we're gonna hold the up here. So lift up as high as you can without letting the left hip push backwards. Just hold 3, 2, 1, and then lower slowly. 3 counts down. Open up, hold for 3, 2, 1, and then close nice and slow. Lift. And close. And lift. And close. We're doing 2 more. Up. And down. Up. And down. Okay, roll on to the opposite side. Be a quick transition. Make sure those feet are stacked. Hips are stacked. Open that top leg up without letting the right hip roll back. It totally defeats the move if you're rolling back on that right hip. So up and lower. Work the full range that you can find here, super important. And I'll hold up, 3, 2, 1, down slow. And repeat, up. And down nice and slow. Let's do 6 more like this. So good for your glutes, your hip mobility, all of the above. That's why we're doing it. Try to make each one fabulous. Don't come down too quick. So this is my last one. Hold it up. Try to get it a little higher. Nice, now close. Okay, we're back to lying down on our back, and we're gonna go for round 2. So you're gonna take the band all the way down to your ankles. Open up. 3 counts, open. Close on 3 counts. Open, try to get wider. So while you're doing the 3 counts, you're trying to continue to open further as opposed to just being in a holding pattern. It's a subtle difference, but it makes it a lot more challenging. Play around with the angle of the legs. So your job is to continue to challenge as you build strength. So maybe when you started this exercise, you weren't able to open as wide as you can now. Don't settle, keep trying to get better. We're doing 4 more and we're not doing clamshells. So work it now. Okay, take the band off, put it to the side. You're extending your legs all the way down along the floor and your arms all the way back behind you. Take that nice full body stretch, trying to tear the body in two. So the arms are pushing back and the legs are pointing forward. Okay, let's take the arms back up. Fingertips only, we're doing the Sean move. Fingertips only on the floor. So your arms are off. You're gonna turn your toes and knees into touch with the smallest bend in the legs. Now I want you to do a pelvic tilt up. And I want you to sink your rib cage. Your neck should be nice and long. And we're gonna start this by pressing your heels down into the floor. That's your first activation. We're building these. So now we're gonna add on the pull of the heels towards you while you continue to press down, super important. Now we're going to squeeze our knees with as much force as we can. And now you're going to lift that butt up and keep it all going on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Go back to that full body stretch. Arms back to the floor. Round 2, we're doing 3 rounds. Toes and knees touching, heels down, heels pulling, knees squeezing, butt up. Now, once you've lifted that butt up, it's really all about the squeeze of the knees. Release it, arms back behind you. One more time, pull them forward, fingertips only. Toes and knees in, heels push down. Then they pull. Then you squeeze. Then you lift. Draw the belly down. Squeeze harder. And let it go. Take the arms all the way back. Point your toes. Okay, transitioning to core. Pull your knees into the chest. Give me a nice little circle to massage that lower back. Go the other way. Okay, your arms are on the floor, palms face down. Your legs are bent 90 degrees at the knee. Flat on the blades, flex your feet. Pelvic tilt up, so you feel the low back skin on the floor. This in and of itself, before we've done anything else, should feel challenging. Because you're tilting the pelvis up, which means you're activating your transverse abdominis muscles, your 6-pack. Just hold on this spot. Keep everything the same. Try to relax the arms, the neck, the face. Now your feet are flexed and your ankles are at the same height of the knees. Move your legs a little forward, maybe an inch. Don't let the core change position. Draw down that belly, tilt up the pelvis, hold the ribs down, and just breathe. Keep the core the same so you can get a little more distance out with the legs. Keep tilting that pelvis up, ribs down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Legs all the way down, arms all the way back. This time when you take the arms back, open them a little wider, like maybe corners of the mat, and floss the hands. So start to rotate the palms out and in. Your arms are nice and long. Okay, bring the arms back. You're going to lift both legs up to the ceiling. We're gonna lower the right leg just above the floor. And you're gonna get your body position the same way you had it in the previous exercise. So you're tilting up the pelvis, feeling the low back skin on the floor. Both heels are pushing out of the body, which means you've got both legs straight. Take a break. Should be challenging if you're really connecting to that pelvic tilt. Okay, both legs up. Push the heels up. Get that belly pressing down and tilt the pelvis up. Hold that as you lower the left leg above the floor. Just breathe. Keep that pelvic tilt. And release it. Okay, we're gonna bend our legs like we're about to get up into a bridge. So your feet are hip width. We're just gonna let the knees fall to the right. This is a little bit of a reprieve. Take that left arm back behind you. Let's get a nice stretch through the side body. Take the knees up and over to the other side and take the right arm back this time. Nice. Okay, pull that arm in. Extend the legs all the way down and the arms all the way back behind you. We're gonna Pilates style it up. So you're gonna lift the head, let the arms come forward, draw the belly down and roll up. As you keep pressing the belly down, take it between the legs. Just relax, let that lower back stretch out. Nice, okay, take it up. We're gonna flip our feet around. We're gonna get into a forearm plank. So I'm gonna fold the front part of my mat over, and I'm gonna get onto my elbows. My palms are facing the floor. My hips are down on the floor. So I'm really in a baby cobra. Just to stretch out my six-pack muscle here for a sec. Okay, so now let's tuck the toes under. Keep the knees down. Let's walk our elbows in front of the shoulders ever so slightly. Maybe an inch or two. So the more forward we have the elbows, the harder it is for us to pick our hips up. We're going to keep the knees down, pick your hips up. Draw in the belly. Stay nice and broad through your shoulders. And even though you're fighting gravity, do a good job at getting that belly button up and into the spine. Now lower the hips slowly. 3 or 4 counts down. Take your gaze, look forward, try to crowd out the chest. Now, see if you can take those elbows a little more forward, maybe an inch. We're gonna do this again. So belly in, hips up, knees are down, toes are tucked. Broaden through those shoulders, try to pull them apart. Work the belly. Nice, take the hips down, take your gaze forward. Now, bring the elbows back in, so they're sort of under the shoulders, maybe just a tiny bit in front. Knees are down, hips are up, should feel easier, but now we're gonna elevate off the knees and pull the legs straight, while everything else stays the same. Heels pushing towards the back of the room to help you make sure those legs are straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, slow motion. Come on back down with your hips and your knees. Take your gaze forward, crowd out the chest. Big stretch for the six-pack muscle here. One more time. Pick up the hips, get the belly in, come off your knees, push your heels backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees down. Okay, you're gonna come up onto your hands, walk the wrists under the shoulders, and let's do some cat-cows here, just to bring some mobility back to that low back. So tuck that pelvis under, really round the back, pushing away from the floor, and then reverse them. When you reverse it, make sure you're still drawing the belly in. Round, and take it the other way. Nice, come back to a neutral spine, tuck the toes under, walk your hands back to your feet, meet in a full forward fold. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. Nice, now gradually roll up one vertebrae at a time until you're standing. Okay, so disc is optional. I'm going to use my disc here. We're just going to do some reverse lunges to finish off this workout. So I've got my disc. I've gotten rid of my mat. Very messy. What to do? But I've got the disc under the left foot. So I'm going to be working this right leg. Hands to your chest. I want you to slide back and lean forward at the same time. So your back leg is straight, and then you're just going to slide right back up. Now, if you don't want to slide, you're just stepping back. Reverse lunge. Bring it forward. Come back up. So when I slide back up, I definitely am wading into the back of my foot, trying to really use my butt cheek to get up. Lean more forward, and then start to come up slowly. Do it again. We're just doing 5 on each side. So big forward lean. That left leg hardly has any weight in it. It's all going into that right leg. Come up slow. Whew. The longer you hold it, the harder it is. Lean forward. So I would say that if you're using a disc or sliding, you've only got about 5% of your weight in that left foot. Come back up. So you should really feel the quad and the butt. Take it down. Really try to lean as much as you can. Come back up slow. Okay, switch feet. Slide back. So as soon as you start to slide back, you gotta lean forward, right? Mostly all your weight right now in that left leg. Drop that chest a little lower to the floor. Like if you let your hands go, they should maybe be 4 or 5 or 6 inches from the floor. Then come back up. Take it back. Try to lean a little more. Come back up. Lots of control when you're coming up. I don't want you to use momentum or make the movement jerky. Come back up. So ideally 3-4 counts when you're coming up. 3-4 counts when you're going back. So if you don't feel like that left glute talking to you, lean more forward and let the leg go a little further back. Okay, come back up. Whew, one more. Definitely feeling it. Take it back. We're gonna do a little wall sit after this to work our quads. So think about what part of your wall you're gonna go to. It's also a great exercise for a hotel room to work your legs. One more of these, just because they're so fabulous. Take it back. So when you do a wall sit, you want 90 degrees in the knee. Your back pressing up against the wall. So in 3, 2, 1, come up slow. And go find your wall. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. This is your last leg exercise. So I've got a 90-degree bend in the leg. My hips, I'm lowering to the height of my knees and just hang out here. Now, if you've had your Wheaties this morning and you're feeling very motivated, you could do bicep curls while you're doing this. But right now, I'm just going to focus on my legs. So we're going to lift the left heel up, put it back down. Lift the right heel up, put it back down. Now make sure your heels are underneath the knees. And then lift and switch and just keep walking those heels up. So you're getting some calf work while you work your quads. It's primarily an exercise. If you have weak knees, this is a great exercise to do. It builds all the tendons that support the knee and ligaments. It helps strengthen them. So it's a good exercise to have in your repertoire. Keep lifting and lowering. I know it's hard. Okay, leave the heels down. Just hold here for 10 more seconds. This is your last exercise. We're going to do a couple of pyramid stretches and go. Start our day. Okay, come off the wall. Woo! Shake out those legs. So you don't need your mat. We're going to do standing stretches. So take your feet apart, far enough, but with both heels down. Walk it down, spine long. Hold on that spot. So I've got my hands just above my ankle. My neck is relaxed. Just sort of looking through my legs to the back of the room. Now I'm going to take my hands to the floor, round my back, and let my head go. So I'm essentially just totally unweighting the upper body over the front leg. So if you can lift those hands off the floor, let the torso just hang. You want to keep both legs straight. 5, 4, 3, 2. Put your hands back on your leg, extend the spine. Walk the hands up. Bring your back foot in and switch sides. Start out with your feet hip width apart. I mean, don't start, but that's where you want them to be. So both heels down, both legs straight. Walk it down. Your spine stays long. Hands to your ankle. Keep your hips nice and square. Okay, hands to the floor, round the back, fold over the leg. Try to lift those hands off the floor and hold everything else the same. Okay, hands back to your leg, extend the spine, walk it up, step your back foot forward, take a nice big deep breath. Arms are wide, try to pull the shoulders apart. And I thank you very much for your power and strength. Have an awesome day. Go get them. Go get them.
Thank you. That was good.
You're welcome.